We don't get much education on how to properly manage your money in the correct way. A lot of you people watching this video are expected to save for the next 30 years and hopefully buy a house if you have the money for the mortgage. That's why I'm here to help you with money management step by step along the way. Starting from a few factors that I want to cover here, which is how much are you making on a monthly basis and how much are your outgoings each month. You want to find the fine line of how much you're actually bringing home each month, and especially after tax. Once all of your outgoings are completely gone, this is where you start to save your money from. Now, me personally, I think you can only really save if you're making £1,000 plus per month. And of course, this is after your outgoings. Now, a lot of people ask me, how much should I be saving per month? 20% of my income, 30% of my income, or 50% of my income? Well, the truth is it actually depends on your current position, and that factor will vary on how much that you save. So let's say you make £600 a month after tax, after all your outgoings. I would not recommend for you to personally save 50% of your money. It should be something like 20%. I mean, that's only like £120 out of your whole 600. So that's a more wise decision than saving a whole 50%. Then again, it also depends on your lifestyle. If you're somebody that enjoys a social life and you want to go outside, then you could save 50% if you don't do all that stuff. It's really tailored to your lifestyle. So we need to have a target and a goal when it comes to saving, because you can't just endlessly save and just keep money around. That's a dumb decision. You need to figure out, what am I actually keeping money around for? Now, commonly a lot of people would say to me, a house is what I'm saving for. However, there's a step or two that I need to tell you what I would do before saving for a house straight away. By the way guys, memberships have just opened on the Ty White channel. Don't get me wrong, you are not obliged to pay for no memberships whatsoever. However, I'm putting this feature on the channel just for the people that love the channel and want to support it. You can get exclusive perks on there, like long form videos that are only shown to members, shorts content that is only shown to members, and things that are follow back. I'm not a celebrity, but I just had to put something on there. Make sure to enjoy the video. I would say save small and use this extra bit of money to diversify your income sources. Especially when you're young, you're going to be going through so many trials and errors in life. You will end up losing a bit of money, and you need to take that risk, because look, if you're 20, let's say, and you spend £1,000 on a business and it don't work out, you have another 40, 50, 60 years to live. So as I previously said about the £600, instead of maybe saving that 20%, use that 20% to try and make some more money. Whether you're investing into a social media page, equipment for a real life hustle, that could be a trade for instance. It could literally be anything, but just don't keep it around in the bank and let inflation just absolutely destroy you. You got to keep up with current times, and you got to actually use this money to enable you to make a lot more. By taking out this £120, you're enabling yourself to make more and then saving more for yourself in the future. So it actually works out long term if you manage to pull it off right. Now, please don't feel down in the dumps if you feel like that you've not made it in life, or that you're constantly losing money. Trust me, every single entrepreneur that has started somewhere has had to lose money. Even myself, I've lost thousands of pounds putting money into businesses and they've not worked a single bit. But I've also put money into businesses that have made me a lot of money. So it's more about the risk that you want to take and how mentally prepared you are to stay on the journey. So let's talk theoretically now. You've surpassed the point of where you're making £600 and £1,000. Let's say you're making £5,000 a month and your outgoing, so that's for things like rent, bills, food, whatever it is £2,000, and your take-home pay is £3,000 after tax. This is where we can start talking about investments and how you can store money instead of putting it in your bank, and you can actually profit. So you can invest in so many different ways. Number one, which a lot of people don't usually do nowadays, but it's actually investing into a business, something like a startup company. Number 2, you have things like cryptocurrency, which a lot of people do nowadays. Number 3 is stocks, and a lot of people commonly know this. Now, investing in a business, I'm not going to talk about this on this video because it is very highly detailed and there's a lot of legalities behind it, and it's just very long compared to investing in things like stocks and crypto. So if you're going about investing in crypto, then you need to have strategy of investments. It's not just as simple as putting £1,000 or £2,000 into this coin hoping it'll make you a millionaire overnight. No, it's not like the movies. It will never ever happen like that. Crypto and stocks both heavily depend on real world factors. It's not just about the internet, it's to do with things that happen in real life. For instance, let's talk about the presidential election and how that affected crypto as a whole. Because Trump is so pro crypto, but more specifically pro Bitcoin, the crypto prices absolutely skyrocketed when he came in position of power. Me personally, I was up £800 on Ethereum, and a lot of people made a lot more money due to the fact that they long-term held crypto and the fact it got such a massive pump during that time. In the space of just 2 months, Bitcoin has doubled in its price. So even if you put £5,000 in there, you would have had 10 grand come out. Now we can talk about stocks. So you have things like S&P 500, which is your safe investments. If you don't know what an S&P 500 is, you can literally just search it up. It saves me explaining it. Now, once again, these things are not guaranteed to make you a lot of money. However, it's a lot more of a safe option than to use things like crypto and normal stocks. Now, in order to invest in all of these things and actually keep and build a portfolio, you need to make sure that you cut out useless outgoings. Me personally, when I went on my bank statements, I just saw a ton of subscription fees that I didn't even know that I had coming out of my account, and this was racking up to hundreds of pounds. So you gotta watch exactly what you're spending money on, because these things will add up. Like, you don't think a couple £100 will make a difference. However, in a year's time, you can come out a few thousand up at the end of the year. So it really does. You just genuinely need to sit down and reconsider what you need and what you don't need. If you go on a night out with all of your friends and you end up spending £300 on drinks because you decided to go to central London, Soho, where they sell cocktails for £20, that is not the most wisest financial decision that there is. When in fact, you could go to another pub and pay for drinks for £5 and do 3 times less than what you would have spent in Soho. So it's not really too hard to save money, but it really just comes down to who you are as a person and a lot of common sense. Now, I have many more tips and loads of different things that I can go into, so if you want a part 2, then let me know in the comments down below. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and please let me know what you thought of the video and if you've actually gained any knowledge from it. I'm Ty White, and thanks for watching.